Hey everybody, what's going on? Steel Boy here. Hope you're doing good and you are living the life. Well, this vlog here, it's a little different. We're not doing a rant and we're not going out and shooting somewhere on location. This vlog is about the gear I use to shoot my vlogs. We're going to get into all of that next. Alright, let's get into this and let me tell you what I'm using to shoot my vlogs with, because a lot of you are asking this question. And when I say a lot of you, I actually mean two. Two people contacted me and asked what I use. And, well, if two people want to know, maybe more want to know. And if not, oh well. I'm going to tell you anyway. So this is the gear I use, and a gear is different for everybody. Everybody uses their own personal brands, their own personal cameras. It runs the gamut. So what I use is I mostly use Canon products. I have a couple other products I use, but mostly I use Canon, and we're going to get into that now. Okay, the first camera that I use is a Canon product. It's my Canon HD VIXIA HF-R50. And this camera is really good. I love this camera. In fact, this is the camera that I shoot, I'd say 98% of my vlogs on have been shot on this camera. There's another camera and a couple others that I use to fill when I don't have this camera and I just need something quick, and I'll get into those cameras. But this camera, it's light. It is really light. It is right there. You can fit it in the palm of your hand. You can move it around a lot, and I love this camera. The focus is great on it. I can zoom in and zoom out, and I find this one better than another vlogging camera that I have. And yeah, I think this one's more reliable, so this is the one I use the most. The one I'm shooting on right now, this camera right here, is my newest camera that I got. So I'm trying this vlog out shooting mostly on this camera so I can see the quality, see how good it is, and hopefully I can use this camera along with this camera as my main two vlogging cameras. So that is my first camera that I use. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one that I use is my Canon T6i. You're going to see this big thing on top, and you guys know what it is. It's the microphone with the deck head on it, and I'll get into that in a minute. But mainly, this is the camera that I bought because I wanted to upgrade from this camera to something better like this. And this camera is okay. I found that it doesn't hold the focus as well as I want when I'm shooting some things. It'll go out of focus and come back in focus, go out of focus. So, and it is on automatic. So I might have to go to manual or something and try, or maybe tracking the focus. But this camera, I get stopped a lot when I have this camera, and people are like, what are you doing? What are you shooting? As unlike this camera, where I can just go and people really don't mind. I've gone into places with this camera and shot stuff, and like I've gone to Walmart and shot a couple things briefly at Walmart, and they have not said anything about this camera. But if I would have brought this camera, they would have said something. But this camera, I found I don't like it as much as my other camera. So that's why I don't use this, only for very particular circumstances. So yeah, and we'll get to the sound and the microphone and all of that in a bit, but I just want to go over the camera equipment now. So this is the second camera that I use, and this is mainly for specific purposes that I need it for. Okay, the next camera I use is not a Canon camera. In fact, it's what a lot of vloggers use to shoot their vlogs. It's my iPhone. It's my iPhone 6. I use this camera when I don't want to take either of those cameras because, like, I'm going to the movies or something. So I'll use my iPhone camera to shoot inside the theater where people won't say much because everybody has an iPhone. So I will use this iPhone for those movie reviews, like, oh right, I'm in the theater right now, because they wouldn't let me in if they saw the big T6i, and I could put the other Canon camera in my pocket, but if I would whip that out while sitting in the theater or something, then they would probably say, you need to leave, sir. So that's why I use the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6, I shot the first couple vlogs on my iPhone 6 before I decided I'd like to do something better, because this camera here, or this phone, it's the bare minimum memory, and it doesn't hold a lot, and I needed something that held a little bit more, so that's why I said, oh, I'll use my movie camera. So that's why I started using my VIXIA here, and love that, and I'll use this second. So yeah, I use this. I shot several vlogs with this as well, like I said, and it comes in real handy. The iPhone is a great thing to use when you don't want to draw attention to yourself. And also, like a vlogger has said, use what you have at the time to tell your story. So if I don't have this and I have my other one, I use that one. If I don't have that and I use this, this is the one I'll use. It's what you have at the time to tell your story. So this is it. All right, on to the next one. All right, the next one I use very, very, very rarely is my Nikon Coolpix. This one, it's a point-and-shoot camera, and the quality is not that great on it. The movies are more for little, hey, I'm at the beach, hey, how you doing there? Yeah. I noticed also when I shot some movies, some little videos, and the picture, when I was facing the sun, there was a red hue in it, so the picture quality wasn't great, but it was passable for what I needed it for. And like I said, I use this on vacations to shoot stuff when I needed to, but I used this for vlogging probably twice, so I really haven't used it much. I've used it for a couple things when I was in the car and I needed a shot or something like that. I was like, okay, let's point this out the window, and used it in that sense. But as a main vlogging camera, I don't use it, but it comes in handy on certain occasions. So that's why I use this one. And you know, you're going to have to pick and choose, like I said, and sometimes this might be the only thing available. Sometimes my iPhone will. It just depends. All right, moving on to the next camera. That would be my Bell+Howell WV-10HD. And this camera here, I use for underwater shots, or if I'm using something in the water. I'm not in the water much. I used it when I was in Hawaii, when I was at the pool and able to get some water shots there. I have used it snorkeling in Hawaii as well. That's on a different vacation before I started vlogging. And I forgot to take this when I did my belly flop, but it works good as an underwater camera. The camera quality, the picture quality isn't the greatest, and you have to move the picture up to size when you're editing it, and you can see the quality isn't quite the same, but for underwater shots, I think it's good enough to get the message across, and I like this using it underwater. This camera, however, does sync, so that's why I have the little string on it, so I can put it around my wrist. I know there's other things I can use, but this is what I came up with at the time, and this is solely for underwater shots only when I'm actually in the water, which isn't often, but I figure this works just as good. as getting a housing for the camera and putting the camera in that housing and then going and shooting and all of that, when this works just the same. So I like this camera a lot for underwater when I'm doing it. So that's it for the cameras that I use. Now let's get into a little bit of the accessories. Well, okay, that was a lie, because I have one more camera that I got that I told you I'm shooting on right now. So I almost forgot that camera, and let's look at this camera right now. Alright, the last camera I use is the newest camera that I just got. It is my Canon EOS M50. And I got this by watching another vlogger say that this was a really handy dandy little camera. And you can see it is small. It is a really smaller camera. However, it is built like a vlogging camera. And I have not used it a whole lot. I've used it to time-lapse, and it does have time-lapse like the T6i does not. But I used it to time-lapse, and I used it to shoot this vlog on, except for right now, as I'm showing you. And as you can see right here, the difference between this and the T6i. You can see the difference in the size, and it is lighter too. So as you're vlogging, it's a lighter camera than this, and you can do more things with it. So I'm going on the advice of this vlogger. I bought something else that this vlogger recommended, and I didn't quite like it as much as he does, and I'll show you that in a minute. That's part of the other equipment that I'm going to show you that I use. But yes, we're going to try this out extensively and see how it looks and works and feels, and I will let you know. So we're going to go back to shooting on this for the rest of it so we can see how well it actually works. Alright, so now let's go on to accessories. And the accessory I use for sound, it's really the only thing I use for sound, except for this camera here. I used a built-in mic, and I used a built-in mic for all of the other cameras, the iPhone and my Bell+Howell and my Nikon. So the built-in mics are what I use. For these two cameras, I use the VideoMic Go. I have a dead cat on this one, and I have to order a dead cat for this one, so that way it'll knock down the wind and all of that, so we won't pick all of that up. But yeah, basically these are what I use. This one came with it. When you ordered a video package, the VideoMic Go came with this camera. I had to get it separately with this one. Then again, I had to pay more for the video package for this one, so I guess it still works out the same. So that's what I use for sound, the built-in mics or my VideoMic Go's. And I've been pleased with both setups, the VideoMics and the built-in sound. So that's what I use for sound. Let's get on to the accessories. Alright, the first accessory I use, and I'm actually using it on this too, it's on my Canon EOS M50. And I use it with my other two, my T6i and my other camera, my Joby GorillaPod. And of course, we know who made this famous. I hope he owns some stock in it because, yeah, if you see anybody vlogging, you got the, hey, what's going on, bada 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 ba, and it comes in handy when you're doing that, and you can bend it and use it in several different ways. So the Joby GorillaPod is a definite must that I use, and it comes in really handy for a lot of different occasions, and I have to say I am really pleased with the Joby GorillaPod. So yes, definitely, you know, if you're going to use any type of tripod, I do recommend this Joby tripod, but I also recommend this one, the Manfrotto tripod right here. And I use this for my, right here, my smartphone. Right here, my iPhone 6. Put that in there, and I can use it and all about, and it, you know, comes down like that. A lot of people use this as well and put it on their dash so that way they can vlog as they're driving and that stuff. So this is what I use for that. And of course, it has a little handy dandy thing so it'll rest and can go lower. And I use this one along with my Joby GorillaPod, and I am very, very pleased with it. So yes, these are two definite musts if you're going to vlog, if you're going to use tripods. I use these all the time. These, I never leave home without them. So now when I take my other, my new camera along with the old camera, I'll have two Jobys, which, you know, you can never have too many. So I definitely take that and I take this. So definitely, they're worth it. They are definitely worth it. All right, so this next piece of equipment I've used a little bit. I got this off the recommendation of the same person who recommended me to this camera on their vlog. This is a Polar Pro, and you can use it as a tripod, like so, but also if you bend this, it extends, and you bend this and extends, and it'll extend up, so you can use it, and it'll lock into place like so, so it won't fall. And as you can see, you can use it as a selfie stick. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Or you can use it as a tripod, like so. But I just don't like it. I think it's a little weak, and it's trying to get it up and down. It's not as accessible as, you know, my Joby or my Manfrotto. I just don't like this as much. The other, you know, nothing against that other vlogger, because he's a really, really famous vlogger. And, you know, he uses, you know, a lot of this stuff in his everyday, you know, shooting experience. So if it works for him, you know, it might not work for everybody. And this doesn't quite work for me, so I have it. I have it as a spare if I need to use it. But yeah, I'm not particularly fond of it. So I'm not going to be using this much. Just if I need it for some reason. Saying I can't even get it back down right now. But anyway, yeah. I use it on occasion. I think I've used it once, and I was like, oh, no, this isn't right. So, but it's there. It's a Polar Pro. Go and check it out. You might find it better than I do. And you might like it for the selfie stick alone, the extensions for the selfie stick. So, you know, if you're into that, that might work for you. It doesn't work for me. I don't use the selfie stick a whole lot. I don't need way extended arm shots for anything, at least not yet. So yeah, that's why this one I recommend the least. Maybe he's right on the camera, which I think he is, but we'll see after this vlog turns out. But I definitely don't agree with him with this. Alright, the next piece of equipment that I use, well, I haven't used it yet. I just bought it at Best Buy, and it's a light. Now, for all of my vlogs, I've used the lighting that's in the room, or I've used the outside light. I've turned the lights on, turned the lights off, opened a blind, or used a natural lighting. But I felt it was time to maybe get some professional lighting. So I bought the Refuel underwater waterproof professional light. Now, like I said, I've not used this, but let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it looks like. Now, it is bright, and we're going to use it over here. And I can tell right now it's a bit harsh, so I guess we need to diffuse that. I'm going to move it around. Now, there are 3 different settings on here. Oh, wow, it blinks too. So here is the first setting, second setting, third setting, fourth setting, and then, whee, I'm in a disco, ba 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 ba. Okay, so that's the low setting there. Yeah, just ignore me. Yeah. Who uses disco anymore? I don't think anybody uses the word disco. I'm going to the disco. Woo! So, yeah. I think we might have to definitely diffuse this light because, as you can see, it is really, really bright and, yeah. So, we're definitely going to have to get some diffuse paper or even wax paper or something like that and diffuse it so it's not as harsh. And like I said, I've never used this light yet. That's the first time I've turned it on and pointed it towards me to see what it's like and what it looks like. So we'll definitely have to do that. But maybe at night, if I need to shoot something and I have this, I can turn this on and point it down and we'll still get enough light to be able to see what I'm shooting. So it'll definitely come in handy that way. Pointing it at myself, I might have to get some other lights because I thought, you know, hey, I think it's time to maybe step it up, get some professional lighting, and this was what I saw and affordable for me, and that's what I bought. So I'll definitely have to work on it. I might have to get 2 lights and adjust them. So I might have to buy another one. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, I'm just going to have to experiment with it. So, yeah, that is basically all I use, the equipment. But I do use one more thing. Okay, the last thing that I use, and it's not quite an accessory, comes in the case here. It is my little Mavic Air. Now, I haven't used a drone a whole lot in the vlogs lately. In fact, I've only used the drone a few times. So I'm going to incorporate the drone more into my vlogs. At least I'm going to try, and hopefully people won't be going, "What are you doing, spying on me?" Or the police coming, "You can't fly that in the city," you know, and all of that stuff. I don't want to get tagged by the FAA or anything like that. So, but I'm definitely going to use my Mavic Air, or try to use it a lot more in my vlogs because it's a cool little device. I could have used it when I was at the dam. I could have flown it over to almost, you know, from Almost Park to the dam because it's a straight shot over that way, and it wouldn't hurt anybody as it was going over there, but I just didn't want to take the chance of losing it and having to trespass and try to find the drone. So, because I've flown it a couple times, it's the same, but it's a little different from my Phantom drone, so I want to make sure I can fly this as good as I flew my Phantom, which the learning curve shouldn't be that great. But anyway, going to use that a lot more in my vlogs. I did say that in another vlog, and I ended up not using it a whole lot, but I am going to start using it more because I think it lends itself to the vlogging experience. So that's the equipment I use. Everybody wanted to know, or 2 people wanted to know. So, if you liked the vlog, yeah, then this was perfect for you. If you didn't like the vlog, we'll go back to vlogging here real soon, and another movie review, another rant. I'll be going out to some more locations. So, yeah, keep on watching, and we'll get back to the regular scheduled program coming up. But yeah, I thought I'd at least let my 2 viewers know what I use so that way they can make their informed decisions, and hopefully it worked out for you. Alright, that's going to do it for this vlog. I really hope you got something out of it, me showing you what I actually vlog with. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, you can go ahead and give me a thumbs down. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what I should change, what I should keep the same. Do you want me to unbox a new item that I get, or would you rather me not and do a different type of vlog? And also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button below and hit that bell notification. That way, you will know exactly when my vlogs are live and you'll be able to come and check it out. Also, if you want to hit me up on the Twitter and the Facebook, links are in the description below. Feel free to go and check out my Twitter and check out the Facebook and leave comments there as well. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this vlog. As always, this is Steelboy. Catch you on the flip side.